Hey, I'm Albo, and I love JDM cars and culture. In each episode in this multi-channel crossover series, I'll go on car adventures around Japan with Captain Bradford from JDM Masters, along with our car club and fellow YouTubers Japonik, Samit, Dustin Williams, and others. Join us as we do car stuff, explore Japanese culture, and show you what it's really like in the land of the rising sun. This is our JDM life, and we are the Super JDM Bros.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。
Hey guys, in this video we're going to do a little walk around of our garage, but I'm also going to get to the main point of this video real quick, which is my new project, Albo's Racing Goods. But first, here's some B-roll of the S2000. Alright bros, hopefully you noticed the new part that's been added to the S2000 right behind me right here. This is my new Alcantara steering wheel. Let's take a closer look at it and then I'll tell you all about it. This is an Alcantara steering wheel that I had special made by a company that I'm going to be working with to produce a line of basically car goods under my new brand, Albo's Racing Goods. So if you've been following me on Instagram, you know I've been talking about this for a little while, and I've been working to develop relationships with suppliers and people who can help me make these products which I have in my mind. And yeah, the first iteration over here is this Alcantara steering wheel, which is really, it's based on the original S2000 steering wheel. It uses the S2000 steering wheel core, and basically it uses this extremely high quality material. This supplier actually uses the same material as the steering wheel for the Lamborghini Superleggera. So basically when I'm driving with this steering wheel, it feels like I'm driving a Lamborghini. And that's just super cool. Whoops. Okay, so while I was editing this video, I just realized I accidentally didn't save the next clip. So anyway, the next part is we're going to be in Up Garage. I'm just going to give you a little tour and just show you some interesting things that I saw there. But first, let me just finish what I was talking about with the wheel. And you can see over here, I have my old S2000 wheel up there because I've switched it over to the new one. And yeah, guys, I'm really liking the new wheel. It is quite cool, but like I said, it is kind of a like special order for me just to see what it is like working with this company. And from dealing with them, I've gotten really excited about all the possibilities. And you know, for now we're gonna try to make some steering wheels, and the one I have in my car is especially for the S2000, but I'm planning to make a universal type which will actually use the Momo cores. So it's not gonna be like cheap Alibaba stuff from like made in China kind of thing. This is gonna be high quality stuff. It's gonna be very strong, and the materials are gonna be extremely high quality. So the product itself will be a little bit more premium than a lot of stuff on the market, actually, because I'm going to be working directly with, you know, companies that are based here in Japan and that also have connections with, you know, suppliers in like in Italy, and part of it is going to be made in Australia and like around the world, and it's going to be a very high quality product. So please keep an eye out on that for the Albo Racing steering wheels, Albo Racing Goods steering wheels. But aside from that, I'm going to be putting out some merch as well, so you'll see some hoodies and some t-shirts and things like mugs and like all kinds of stuff, and I'm going to do a release on the merch site on thehunters.com pretty soon, and please keep an eye on that. So guys, please let me know your thoughts and comment what you think about the brand name, like Albo's Racing Goods, and also like the product and like the concept that I'm trying to take this with this brand. You know, I really want to make stuff that is going to be super high quality, stuff that I would be proud to have in my own car. So yeah, let me know. For now, let's just head back to Up Garage, or jump back into the next clip, and I'll give you like a little tour of what kind of cars are at Up Garage just on a random weekday. And then let's go inside and see if there's any cool things we can take a look at, and then we'll wrap up the video. Cool. First thing I usually do when I get to Up Garage is take a walk around the parking lot. Let's see, over here it looks like you have a, wow, maybe a I thought it was a 260 RS Stagea, but it might not be. It says RS4 over there. There's a 180SX over here in the back. Nice Legacy. Over here, a 370Z. You know what, guys? One of the things I've been thinking about is getting a Skyline 370Z, otherwise known as the, what's it called? The G37 Coupe, for drifting, actually. Either a G37 or a G35. Probably the G35 because it's a little bit cheaper. And what else we got here? A Sienna, which is pretty interesting. You can see that this one is actually left-hand drive, so this means this has been imported from the States. It's pretty crazy because here in Japan, you know, something like this is kind of like a reverse JDM. Very, very strange if you think about it, but kind of cool too. Over here we have a nice S15 with an interesting body kit. Gives it a little bit of an Aston Martin kind of look. And I noticed in the back as well, it was interesting that it actually has a 200 SX badge. This is obviously an S15, but like I was saying, it's quite interesting how here in Japan they like to put a flair on it that is different from what they already have here in Japan originally. Over here we have a R34 kind of drift spec, kind of stands out Skyline. Could you guys imagine doing this to an R34 GTR? I definitely could not, but when you have it looking like this, it looks quite similar to an R34 GTR. You know, it kind of has that kind of Z-Tune fender look. Has kind of like the Z-Tune front hood kind of look as well. And it does have the flare fenders, so it does really give off that feeling of the R34 GTR, but kind of more of a drift spec kind of build, which is really, really cool. And just making our way into Up Garage. Now over here you have a couple of kind of VIP style cars over there. Let's just take a walk into Up Garage. So this is actually Machida Honten, which means the Machida is, you know, the place where this area, and Honten means kind of like the main head office. So this is kind of like the biggest Up Garage. So I don't know if it's the biggest one, but it is definitely the head office. Over here you have a bunch of wheels for sale. Let's see if any of them catch my eye. You got your basic RPF ones. These are quite nice. These Work Emotions T7Rs. The lip on that is just huge. Look at that. Yeah, it looks quite good. They are 9.5J. So that's a really nice meaty tire. What else we got? TE37s and 15-inch. Maybe something like that would be nice on my Roadster. I'm not sure if the bolt pattern, I've totally forgot now, but that might be good for like maybe an ND Miata. And it does come with Advan Neova's 808Rs. So for the low price of, oh wait, actually only 2 wheels. So that's actually pretty normal price, I would say, for TE37s, which are, even though they're used, they still command quite a bit of money. But they have really good tires already mounted. So those look like, yeah, they're used, but they still have quite a bit of thread left, which is quite nice. And what else we got over here? Okay, let's take a look inside, see if there's anything cool. This is pretty interesting. In the age of coronavirus, it seems like a lot of companies are finding it very lucrative to put their logos on masks. You got Nismo mask over here. This is pretty cool, Project Mu mask. Like that logo is really, really subtle and very cool. And it's actually quite nice too how like the color fades. So 20 bucks, a little bit expensive, but for something that is kind of a novelty, it's kind of cool. And what else is here? Everyday masks, 3,000 yen, so about 30 bucks. These masks are probably the most interesting thing I've seen here in quite a while. And what else? You have, of course, your million varieties of air fresheners. The cool thing, the interesting thing about air fresheners here in Japan is that they often do play to a specific demographic, each type of them. So this one is kind of like your more, like here in Japan, it's called like what's the word I would use for it? Like girls who have like blonde, bright hair and they drive like really gaudy cars, like big cars, like a gyaru. They would love like this kind of smell and like this kind of look, kind of like gaudy style. It's interesting. They also sell stuff like old phones for some reason. But this is something I haven't seen before either. This is like an airbag canceller. So it looks like if you install like an aftermarket steering wheel or something, maybe you need something that will defeat like the SRS light. So something like that. They have stuff like shift knobs. This is another thing I'm thinking about making, like shift knobs, like maybe aluminum or titanium, or even like the Dura, I forget. It's kind of like the kind of interesting, not exactly metal material. But anyways, yeah, something like this. Oil filler caps, things like that. Just imagine Albo Racing Goods kind of logo and all kinds of stuff. Even like valves and caps. Little things like that to start with. But later on, moving on to stuff like 3D printed parts. And like I was saying earlier, like steering wheels. And that's after that, kind of like the sky's the limit. Who knows what we can do after that? Maybe even like seats. So let's see what kind of cool seats we have in stock here. This is pretty interesting. For some reason, this Bride collaboration with Betty Smith is like extremely expensive. The material is very nice. It's like this kind of jeans type material, but the logo, I'm just not a fan of that. It looks kind of weird. Let's see what else. Got a bunch of Bride seats, also a bunch of nice stock Honda seats. So they carry both aftermarket seats and stock seats. So if you want to get your OEM look with higher quality, maybe nicer quality seats, like for example for the EF Civic, you might want to pick these up. Only $40, which is really crazy. For a BNR 32, it's $900, which is quite a bit more expensive. Although these are in really good condition, there's like no rip on the fabric or anything like that. So something like this, if you're a purist, this is definitely something that would be probably it'll pay itself off very quickly because it'll add to the value of your car. For me, something like this with the helmet, like to brace the helmet when you're racing, it looks really, really cool in race cars, but some people have them on their dailies. I can't imagine doing something like that on mine. I much prefer something more like a Lomax or something, or they don't have any Recaros. Oh, actually, yeah, they do. Like for example, SR7s, good old SR7s. And these are really, really nice, these Nismo Recaros. I'm not sure what car these are from, maybe from an R35 or something. Oh yeah, here we go. This looks really nice. I thought they were the same actually, but they're not. So this one, interesting, is an SR3. This is also an SR3 for a Civic Type R, but they're kind of different. I've never seen a difference between these two seats like this. So yeah, it's quite interesting. This one looks like it is some sort of signature edition, which is quite cool. Oh, here we go. Look at this. So this is quite nice. These are actually like almost the same seats that I have. This is the slightly older model, although it is highly desirable because it has the stitching in silver and it does have the leather material shoulder trim, and it basically is the same price new, which makes sense because this is kind of like a limited edition product. And this one is cool because it has you can inflate the lumbar support. Kind of wish I had that, although no complaints with mine. I love mine a lot. So yeah, perfect. And let's take another look. Let's go around over here. Seat rails, things like that. And wheels. So maybe someday one of my wheels will end up somewhere here like this. And yeah, So you know, guys, I'm thinking like making something kind of like this, you know, kind of like a D-shaped wheel, kind of similar to the one I have in the Forester STI. This actually, it's almost exactly the same wheel. Actually, no, this is literally the same wheel I have, made by Damned, but mine has carbon fiber on the top. So, yeah. So something like this, you know, very, very high quality. Think like Damned, where the stitching is really, really nice. So even though it is already used, you know, it still commands quite a price premium. You can see this one is, yeah, about 400 bucks. So, yeah, I'm all about making stuff that's high quality, guys. I don't want to cheap out and make something that is kind of janky, which you're gonna regret putting in your car. I want to make something that you'll be proud of when you, for the entire time that you own the car, and if you go on to sell the car, you know, it's something that'll be kind of like a value add on top of the OEM wheel, which you can still keep. And let's see. Here we go. Check this out. What do you guys think about these Samurai shift knobs? So I actually have one in my trunk, and you know, Cap would kill me, for example, if I mounted it. But I think they're kind of neat in a kind of novelty kind of way. It's fun to just switch it out every once in a while. Maybe not on the Forester, or maybe not on the S2000 because that's kind of sacrilegious. These are quite interesting. You know, these are, you see them a lot on the VIP style cars, but essentially it is kind of taking the kind of like traditional Japanese style, where they use a lot of like rope, which has a lot of symbolism, and they put it into the car, and it has become kind of like its own thing. Okay. So, oh, there's one more thing I want to check out. I'm pretty sure they don't have it, but I will see if they have it anyway, which is a little bezel for my audio trim. And once I show it to you guys, I'm gonna actually ask for some advice from you guys. Oh, they don't even have it anymore. Oh wait, yeah, here we do. Here we go. All right. So you guys see this? So I actually need something like this for my S2000 because where I have the gauges mounted, there is just like this foam bezel which I made, but I want to get something like this which is actually kind of like a real plastic bezel which will surround the 1-din stereo, or the 1-din size of the Defi gauge, but I don't know exactly which exact product would work. So let me ask you guys in the audience if you know of a specific product that's gonna work. Even better if you know specifically one that'll work for my Defi gauges in a Honda, specifically in an S2000, and just hit me up, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks again for watching this little tour of Up Garage, and also listening to me talk about my new brand, Albo's Racing Goods, and hopefully you guys will like the stuff that I put out. And let's see, any other updates for today? A couple things, you know, I have the Midnight Racing documentary. Man, I've been working on this thing for months and months and months, and you'll see, even in the video I talk about how I've been working on it for months, and I basically explain why it's been taking so long, but there's been a ton of stuff that's really gone into it. For one thing, it's very, very hard to get everybody to agree, for one thing, on what is acceptable to show. A lot of clearance issues, things like that, and also it just takes an enormous amount of time to edit, especially when I have a full-time job, and you know, juggling that and my family life and friends and everything, social life. It is quite hard to find the time to sit down to edit for like 10 hours straight. But you know, it's almost out, so please look out for it this month. I will make sure to release it this month. It's gonna be 2 parts, and I know you guys are gonna love it. It's gonna be crazy, and it's gonna be worth the wait. It's probably one of the best documentaries that I've ever put together. And I know a lot of you guys have been saying, yeah, you know, Albo, like, what happened to old Albo? Like, they missed the documentaries, things like that. People are saying like, oh, you know, Albo's changing, you know, it's just like the videos are not the same. I guess just to address that, you know, I'm really trying to figure out how to make this sustainable, and part of what makes it sustainable is being able to release videos at a more rapid pace. As you guys have seen, I've really been trying to get the upload frequency up more compared to what it was before, where, you know, I would literally only be able to release like 1 video every month or so, but now I'm trying for like at least once a week, and it is definitely I feel like I owe it to you guys to just really take it to the next level, which is really why I want to focus more on this and figure out how to go full-time with this. Especially in this economy, you know, it's quite scary to leave like a full-time job. I happen to be extremely fortunate to, I don't work in English teaching anymore. I work in IT and have a very good job for a very good company. But I do see that like there is so much more I can do with my brand, with my following, and I want to be able to do really cool stuff for you guys and be able to share this journey. Just coming here like to Up Garage and just showing you this stuff, like I know for you guys it's very, very interesting, and it's stuff that's just part of my daily life. So it is something that I live and breathe every day, and I feel like I'm kind of in the unique and really lucky position to be able to deliver it to you guys. And especially been here for 10 years, I have no intent to leave the country anytime soon. So I'm going to be here probably for the long haul, and if I'm able to figure out a way to make this really my main thing. And you know, when I see people like Samit and Dustin Williams and some of my YouTuber friends who have figured out how to make this their job, their livelihood here in Japan, it fills me with hope and motivation, and gives me a little bit of courage to keep going, because it's not easy, guys. It's quite hard, even like this, for me to be able to talk uninterrupted without any cuts. You have to kind of get into that flow of it, and oftentimes I keep messing up when I'm talking. I have to keep cutting it, but it is definitely a skill, and that's not to say that like not just anybody can do it. I think anybody, all of you guys who are interested in starting a channel, you should all try. There's so many interesting perspectives around the world that I think the world would be very happy to have your take on, and to see your experience in your own journey. But you know, this is a bit of a tangent, but what I'm trying to say is, you know, I'm going to continue to follow my passions, my dreams, and I hope you guys too. And I hope watching these videos, you know, just me walking around in Up Garage and talking about, you know, like the stuff that I want to make, stuff that I want to do, hope it inspires you a little bit to show that it is possible to chase your dreams. It is possible to, even if it's something like coming to Japan and living here and being part of this lifestyle. I know it's quite hard with coronavirus and everything right now, but it is possible. Hang in there. Just trust in the process and believe in yourself. Right? So thanks again so much. Especially thank you to my patrons for supporting this channel. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. The fact that some people really, really support the channel to that level where they support it every month, it truly means a lot to me. And especially, and also you guys who are picking up merch. When I see these orders come in, I'm just like, it just makes my heart jump. You know, I'm just like, yep, okay, this is possible. But yeah, anyways, you know, aside from all the merch and stuff like this is going to be coming soon. You guys are really going to love it. I know you are, and it's going to be worth the wait. So thanks again for all your support, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, peace.
Drifting like a video game, unlovable, changing gears, switching lanes, keep running. このまま行けばどうなるのかな、ないbalance. Watch them speed into the night until the morning light.